Tiffany Haddish is going to be doing, I believe, a comedy special with Netflix. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of female comedians. I'm just not. There's very few female comedians that I would want to watch do stand up. You know what I'm saying? There's very few female comedians that I actually want to watch, that I look forward to watching, you know? But according to page 6, let's see what page 6 says. It says, Monique congratulates Tiffany Haddish on Netflix deal. Of course she's going to do that because she doesn't want to look bad. She's done enough of that, making herself look bad. Let's see. After being dragged into discussions about Monique's attempted Netflix boycott, Tiffany Haddish announced that she got her own deal with the streaming service. If Tiffany Haddish gets a multi-million dollar Netflix deal at the level of Amy Schumer, it's because at Monique stood up facts. Hashtag The Breakfast Club, a fan tweeted. I already got a deal and I signed it way before she said a thing, and it's not legend money, but it's enough to take care of my family for a minute. Facts. Haddish replied. So she already had a deal in place before Monique's boycott, which asks a very interesting question. It asks a very interesting question, people. Let me get something. Why did she stay silent while Monique did this particular boycott? We got to ask that question, people. Because if you already was behind the scenes working on a deal with Netflix, why did you not say anything while Monique was negotiating in the media? Why did you stay quiet? Is it because you didn't support what she was saying? Is it because Netflix told you not to get involved? Because that opened a whole nother Pandora's box, because Monique is wanting sisterhood, but here you have another sister who had a deal in place already, who seems to be okay with the money that she got, but here you got Monique complaining about the money that she was offered. So that does ask a very interesting question. Why didn't Tiffany Haddish say something publicly? What's going on, Jenna? Because they talk about this sisterhood crap, right? She was bringing up race and gender. But here's a woman. Now, I want y'all to understand. What's her name? Wanda Sykes even tweeted about her negotiations with Netflix and how they offered her a certain amount of money and she didn't accept it. She went elsewhere. She handled business behind the scenes instead of in the public. But here you have Tiffany Haddish, who basically admitted that she had a deal in place already and did not say anything. Tiffany Haddish cared more about her money and her career than she did about Monique. That's interesting, man. And listen, I completely agree with her not getting involved. I don't think that Tiffany Haddish should have got involved, because you shouldn't have to ruin your career because of Monique. Now, Wanda Sykes is a different situation. Wanda Sykes is, she's doing her own thing. She's been in this game for a while. Shout out to William Freeze. It says late fees, Kappa. Cool. Shout out to you. But it's just, you got all these women who talk about this sisterhood. They talk about how they want equal opportunity. Well, here you had Tiffany Haddish, who already had a deal behind the scenes, deciding to not say anything. That's interesting, don't you think? But people, of course, are gonna give it a pass. But again, like I said, I agree with her not saying anything. But I just don't want Tiffany Haddish talking about a sisterhood, because you apparently didn't care about that sisterhood. But again, Tiffany Haddish, I agree. I agree with what you did. I would have done the same thing if I had a deal in place and you had some idiot talking about boycott, and I wouldn't have said anything either. Especially if I'm new in the game and I know that there's nothing that I'm gonna let ruin my young career. Monique 50 assured the girls trip star, "You've done nothing wrong, my sister. You kept shining. I'm proud of you. You kept doing what you're doing. You are making it better for the next ones. Love you to life." But Amy Schumer got what, 14 million? Well, no, what she got? 13 million, I believe. So who is she opening doors for? I'm confused by that. Monique has been vocal about her belief that Netflix lowballed her with a $500,000 offer for a stand-up special, accusing the network of racial and gender bias because they paid Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and Amy Schumer millions more. Again, they had bargaining. They had something to bargain with. You have nothing. You're trying to revive your career. They really weren't. Last month, she dropped Haddish's name on Sway in the Morning as justification for her ire. "I couldn't accept that low offer because if I did, I couldn't sleep at night," she said. "I say this humbly. I am the most decorated comedian alive. But if I accepted $500,000, what does Tiffany Haddish have coming? If I accepted that, what does the black female comedian have coming? Because what they'll say is, Monique accepted this and she got that. So what do they have coming?" Well, what Monique got to understand is, if you're the most decorated female comedian, and let's say they did give you millions, you have to understand that's because you are the top of your game. And if there's other female comedians that come behind you, they're going to be notches below you. So they're still not going to get the money that you're getting. What's going on, Sweet D? So you got Albert in the chat room. Shout out to everybody coming in. Classy young man. What's up? Monique, if you feel like you're at the top, then women who come behind you are going to be notches below you. They're not going to get your caliber of money. Last week, Whoopi Goldberg clashed with the comedian over her refusal to travel overseas to promote Precious, which The View host said was contractually part of the job. Monique also argued with the Breakfast Club host, Charlamagne the God. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Netflix offer people money based off of how much money they think they can make back. They're not a dumb network. What's going on, Ronan? They understand how to make money. They understand how to get viewership. And I just think that Monique is in this situation where she thinks because she's Monique that she's going to get automatically be treated like a star. That's not the case. It's a situation, Monique, where you did not have the right bargaining power that a Tiffany Haddish has. That is why the situation with you is completely different. It's not the same. It's different. But you want to make it into it being the same, and it isn't. You're saying that you're happy for Tiffany Haddish, But I don't think you're happy for her. I think you're looking at this situation as, well, if she got 800,000, then maybe I should get 1 million. It doesn't work like that. So she's being humble now, but that's not who Monique is. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if she starts beefing with her all over again. Not all over again, but she starts beefing all over again, but with her. Because people are going to get in her ear and say, Tiffany Haddish already had this deal in place and she never said anything to you. She was quiet while you were getting drugged through the mud. You should say something about that. And because Monique listens to everybody around her, because none of them actually sit her down and say, listen, certain things you really shouldn't do. But, Monique's going to do what Monique wants to do. She's being fake humble now, but that doesn't mean it's going to be the same, it's going to be the same in the same situation. If she doesn't get any more offers to do a stand-up special that she feels like is beneficial to her, she's going to start beefing with Tiffany Haddish. I can already see it. But Tiffany Haddish played it the right way. She cared more about her career than about some non-existent sisterhood. This sisterhood is non-existent. It's fraudulent. She knows it, and a lot of other people know it. Monique is trying to utilize that in order to get paid. Utilize something that really doesn't exist.